bot lane here, Jonathan. You've got Toby and Kataomi against Ghost and X-Nova. Seems like a bit of an annoying lane here for Toby and Kataomi. I mean, against the Lich, it's just never now, just very confidently moving across. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Toby, still being harassed out by X-Nova, but here comes the turnaround from Kataomi and Toby. They'll just work together onto the Lich with the Frost Shield. It's just so much damage reduction. They'll move it in for the Avalanche. They will find the TB, right, the Ghost. The Fisher is there, Toby. He is going to drop. It's not a good trade whatsoever.
It takes so much commitment to just kill off X-Nova, and even now he can just go and top up Somnus over here with his bottle.
We go again, Kaka. The bottom side in trouble. He's going to deny himself off, it seems like. He'll be just fine to do. Maybe we'll just get to work, and you've got the familiars there, so it's not going to take too long to get this tier 1 tower down. But again, Chalice is already pushing that top tier 1 for an even trade. Back bottom lane, who have they got? It's going to be Kaka. On the Earthshaker, he does get picked off here by Kataomi. Does end up going down very easily.
Tower push, although down mid.
Yeah, they've got Fishman. Stun will land, they'll find the AA. A decent trade for either side. Trading supports, 2k advantage now for RNG. Entity, I mean, they've got this timing throughout the mid game with this push style lineup, so I don't think they're panicked about this.
Wants to sneak around. I mean, they're going to be able to protect with that sentry. They catch out Toby though.
They do. Mid lane, Toby just going to drop on the Brewmaster all alone. Entity, they were focused at the bot lane again. It seemed like they were trying to go after Kaka in the meantime, and Toby just gets sacrificed for nothing. Hold that thought, John, because we've got a big smoke coming out. RNG, smoked as 4, moving their way down towards the bottom side. They're going to find the Visage. That's a big target, but they will not connect with the Pit of Malice. Stormstormer with some very good micro, and now Kataomi from the backside with a nice avalanche into the Ice Blast onto Chalice, but where's your follow-up damage? It's not there yet. They'll chase down Somnus on the Leshrac, but he's going to be just fine. In fact, Kaka, he's coming in from the backside, but who are they aiming? Kaka in trouble, is going to drop on the Earthshaker, as X-Nova now is completely surrounded and will also go down. In fact, Chalice still trying to tank up, but they're onto Somnus. Somnus, he's a Giga Chad. He might be able to fight back, but not quite. They've got so much damage. In fact, even Ghost showing up at the last seconds of the team fight needs to back his way out, and he will, but it's still a massive win for the side of Entity.
Managed to find the big kills they wanted. RNG were the ones trying to be aggressive. They're looking for that kill, but they don't manage to burst down Stormstormer fast enough. Farm up on Ghost, Dragonlance up, going for a quick Sange into the Scotty here just to have a little bit more stats. You still have this blink threat from Kafka eventually coming through, although.
X-Nova in big trouble. The familiars again landing perfectly. They'll need to let X-Nova die. It's Kataomi looking for a bit more, but doesn't have the spells to throw out.
Side of NTT though, again, they're not lagging too far behind. Fairly even game, 6-6. 2k lead still on RNG though.
Right about to break out. The wolf form was popped here by Purus. He will try to rush forward. He would love Somnus. It's a massive pickoff. Kaka, he'll cop the Ice Blast, but Somnus, he's the real target. Where's the help? He's popped the Bloodstone, trying to survive. In comes the Dark Portal. Now a nice Fisher. Kaka, he may have saved the day, but Somnus is still dropping. May eventually go down as Toby. He's trying to get the work done, but where's the damage output? Somnus, he's going to survive on the Leshrac. They don't have enough to finish the job off. Somnus, how does he walk out of it? He's alive. It's Kataomi, he's the one to drop. Chalice, he makes it just in the nick of time, and they keep going for more now. Fishman, also being caught out on the AA, is going to go down. It game as a hero, right? Like, just so hard to deal with.
I mean, you have some answers on hand. The AA can make it a little bit more annoying to hold on to your life for the Sunder. Although,
and they go again. Kaka gonna find Kataomi, so they do at least find themselves to support Tiny. Not the biggest deal in the world, but perhaps they could think about Roshan.
Yeah, it's not going to take too long. Ghost already in the pit with his Metamorphosis up. And Entity, for their part, it does feel like you rely on that Tiny to come in with the Avalanche Toss for the control. You can try to scout out here with Stormstormer and his familiars, but it doesn't feel like the follow-through is there without the Tiny.
Roshan gonna go down basically for free here as Entity just do not feel confident to try and make their
his own BKB. So he's really not going to care about the jumps in. He's not going to care about the Brewmaster splitting apart and trying to hold him off.
Oh, Echo Slam top lane. They do end up finding Stormstormer. He's fine for now, however, and Fred Kaka, he's the one getting targeted with the Ice Blast, with the Cold Feet, but he's going to be just fine. In fact, now Chalice, he's being targeted, trying to go through the Dark Rift, through the portal, but they're just stunning him up. He's still a very tanky target. Chalice is still trying to go through the door, but it's just closing on him. They will not let the man go through. Oh, but it's not going to be that easy to take him down with the Aegis up. Meanwhile, on the backside, Entity on the other side of things in the Radiant jungle, hanging around. Sending Toby's remnants in.
Oh,
And they go. Kataomi is there with the avalanche and the toss-up. Somnus, he'll get the BKB up in time. Still perfectly healthy, but is he really? The millions. Oh boy, he's down. Kaka, he tried to go for the Echo Slam, but it does not help in the end, and he's dropped as well. There's just so much damage now flying out from Entity. They've got the Chain Frost down onto the Underlord. That's going to be another, as Chalice just cannot get away. They just melt.
oh, that was really split up from RNG, and Entity were in a really good spot, just holding that high ground very well.
This could be another great team fight. If Entity can find a way to try and force this as Ghost. Still hanging around. Doesn't have the Aegis this time around and could be in big trouble. They do make the jump in. Kataomi is there with the Avalanche Toss, and now the Ice Buster flying through. He's copying a fair bit. Ghost, what do you do about this one? He'll go for the Sunder. Meanwhile on the backside, Pure, he's been caught out. X-Nova holds him down, and they just burst him down on the Lycan. So this time around, Entity getting a little bit too overly confident, and RNG, they were ready for it. And is this 4-man smoke up from the side of Entity. They do wrap around river area, trying to make their way over to that Radiant Triangle. Ghost is going to show himself. Fisher is committed just on the familiars, trying to burst them down, but Ghost, he does get caught out. Ice Blast and a big avalanche is out. Kataomi setting up perfectly. Chalice is in big trouble here on the Underlord. He might just drop and does. Meanwhile, X-Nova getting chased down, but will be left alone, so instead they'll go after Kaka on the Earthshake. That'll be another as Ghost now is completely surrounded. How does he survive this one? It doesn't seem like he can, though. Chalice does try to move in, but it's not in time. They are falling like flies here, the side of RNG. As Entity, they will just keep moving forward. Somnus still trying to fight, does go man up against Pure. In fact, that's a lot of damage from Somnus. He's got one down and another. He's found Pure on the Lycan. Somehow RNG still managed to find a way to fight back, and it's off the back of Somnus.
Yeah, they did have to buy back on multiple heroes for that. Almost the entire team having to show back up in that fight. It's going to cost them. They at least have a Roshan to take, so there's some security coming in here. I think if you're Entity, you're still very happy. You force out a lot of spells, you force out a lot of good movement there, you manage to cut off Ghost, isolate him from the rest of his team.
To try and fight the side of RNG for quite a long time. He's doing a good job of trying to avoid them altogether, but Stormstormer gonna move in as the vision of the familiars as well as the wolves coming up from Pure. They're gonna find Ghost on the TB, and they will slowly start to move in. Ghost kind of surrounded here, does get tornadoed up. Pure, he'll pop the wolf form. Who are they going to target down first? On the top side, they found X-Nova, they found Kaka. Both supports in trouble. X-Nova already gone, and now Kaka just drops to the damage of Pure. It's just so much damage as Somnus needs to back out. The BKB is wearing off. He does get nullified. Ghost, he's going to try and man fight through this, but can he really do it? It seems like he'll try. Toby will back out. They will lose Fishman, however. That's the AA down. That's at least one down for the side of RNG, but Entity, they do buy back. In fact, RNG, they will not stick around. Somnus, he's going to be just fine. Pure can't get the damage off. So it's really just a 2-for-1 trade. Buyback forced out by Fishman. Who do you call that a win for here, John?
I think you're a bit happier if you're RNG. So more damage, a source of break to kind of help them out and bursting someone down. Definitely going to help the cause there. A Lincoln's coming out from Somnus to help defend himself, especially from nullifiers. Going to be really nice to have as well. A little bit more for that to be up, though.
Oh boy, they've got Chalice. That's a big one, but he does BKB up. In fact, now the Pit of Malice turning right back around Toby. He's a big target. He'll be able to force stuff away, though, and does get the Primal Spit off as now Ghost. He'll be targeted here with the toss back of Kataomi, but Ghost is still fine. He will get force stuffed out of there. Meanwhile, X-Nova being chased down by the units of Pure. In the backside, though, they've got an Echo Slam. They've got the Sunder. Pure being gazed up. Can they get some revenge here? They cannot. He is still just fine. Chalice is the one to go down on the Underlord, but Ghost still trying to man up, still trying to fight against Toby. Toby will force stuff away. Where's the team fight? Entity, it seems like they're out once again. They'll find a couple, they'll get the buyback out from Chalice, and that's going to be enough for him. From RNG, and they're going to counter smoke. This could be the big team fight we've been waiting for as Entity. So many ways of scouting out. Not so much through this smoke, but now that the smoke is broken on a couple, all they found, it's going to be Stormstormer. The Pit of Malice to lock him down. The Fish is there to follow up, but in comes Kataomi and X-Nova. He just gets deleted by the support Tiny as he keeps moving forward. Ghost, who do we go for? Stormstormer, he's the target. They finally find the Visage, or maybe not Stormstormer. He's still running, but X-Nova, he's trying to get the job done himself, and eventually Ghost will find it. 2 down. Entity, they've lost a couple here, and it seems like RNG have finally cracked an opening open for themselves as Kaka, he even finds another. He's going to find Toby, but there is going to be the refresh to the Primal Split once again. Toby's still blocked up by the Fisher, and now Ghost can get right to work, but they want that Earth Panda. They need it. The slow from the Eye of Skadi. Maybe they've got it. Toby trying to run, but is not going to make it out.
No buyback on him.
No buyback on Toby. And suddenly the game is swinging back the other way.
It's opened up. Entity, they got some good scouting around there with Storm, but they didn't manage to follow up. He managed to get a good jump in. Doesn't live true. And you still have a lot of damage on Ghost, even though it doesn't feel like it when he's whacking a Visage away. The high ground still clears up.
Yeah. First racks of the game to go the way of RNG, and I can't really believe I'm saying that, John, but they've made a great comeback here in this game. I'm going to say game 1 again, John, but it is still a best of 1. Just reminding myself. Fisher does come out.
From off guard, get that pick off once more, so we've seen RNG sort of find the angle for. They haven't really been using the Fiend's Gate for any aggressive movement out, more defensive, but they'll get to it.
They're wave out Ghost, just going to get right to work. The bot tier 3 tower already gone. Bottom racks, not going to last long either. Kataomi is going to jump in though. Avalanche tosses out. Ghost is in big trouble. He got silenced and he will go down the first time. But he's got the Aegis. He's got the refresh. He's still got the initial meta, but the silence is there with the nullifier.
Oh my god.
Oh, Ghost is gone. And the rest of RNG, they need a way out of this team fight. Chalice just leaves, but he's left by himself. Somnus needs a TP out on the tree line. With the BKB, is going to be all right.
Units send some heroes up top to control that. Smoke out here though. Could find themselves in an interesting spot.
We go, RNG. They're going to try and force something. They found Toby. The root is there. They should have follow up. You don't have the burst damage though with the Aeon Disc. He's going to be just fine to reinitiate this team fight with his own Primal Split. But they are trying to back off a Kataomi. Look at the damage output from this Tiny with the tree volley. He does at least find Kaka, but the buyback is there. Ghost now is trying to force the fight once again, but does need to back out. It just doesn't seem like the one. As the BKB does wear off, and now Entity, they keep moving forward. They want the Terror Blade. They've got it locked down with the Abyssal Blade. Ghost is in big trouble. He's going to try and find a way to buy back. He'll go for the Terror Wave, but it does nothing through the BKB. This is not the team fight. RNG need to get back to the high ground and will do so.
We're stuck in a bit of a deadlock here, Mike.
Yeah.
Probably the longest game of the day already. 65 minutes in, 66 minutes in for day 1.
There goes X-Nova. He's not going to last long against that support Tiny, but in comes Ghost, trying to punish, as he cannot. In fact, now Ghost, he's the one turned on. That's a bad position. Somnus, he's jumped in though, with a massive split earth, and now Chalice, he's there with the Pit of Malice as well, trying to burst them down. The Familiar's the Visage, he's in big trouble. Kaka's out with the Echo Slam. Maybe they've got enough, and they do. Storm's got, but Somnus, it will drop as well. Onto Toby, the Aeon Disc is going to proc. Into the Primal Split they go. X-Nova, he brought back into the team fight. He'll back his way out at least for now, and is going to be just fine. It's another reset fight.
Yeah, it's just back to the start. Buybacks.
Sure, we can make it happen. If there's any server that makes it happen, it's probably us.
To be fair, I've seen my own share of mid liches.
I'll blame.
It's interesting.
Certainly is. Look at that damage from that tree volley, just bursting down 2.3k damages. Now they make the jump in. Somnus in trouble, and they toss him and they burst him down. Just so quickly, Pure. He has the damage. Stormstormer trying to back his way up, and now it's Ghost that's in trouble. Can they surround him? Pure, he's looking for more on the backside. He's found Kaka on the Earthshaker. No forced up away this time through the Nullifier, but Chalice trying to buy a bit of time, but Kaka's gone. Pure going for more now. Somnus, keep in mind he has no buyback available for this fight. Where's Ghost? All by himself, still trying. Does end up getting the Terror Wave off just in the nick of time to force them back, but he's going to find a target to actually aim down. Toby will move in. Now with the Bloodthorn, he's copying way too much damage, but the Sunder is there in time. Ghost trying for the TP out, is going to make it. Just barely. This game is not over yet, but it is a 4v5 situation, and they are missing their mid-lesh rack.
And no buyback out in Somnus. It's still a big window for Entity. I you had to expend so many resources on RNG. Refresh down from Ghost. He's going to have to wait a lot longer for that safety net. Now Roshan opens up for Entity. There's no contestion out from RNG. All the items once again going the way of Entity. I wonder who they give the axe to at this point, because I would say just hand it over to Pure. Yes, I guess it could work. That would really, I mean, that would just make late game Dota even more insane.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, it's already hard to understand whatever's going on here.
Kataomi's a wolf right now, John. That's a very, very scary predicament if he does make the jump in with that swift link. Let's see how it works out for them. They're going to try and defend high ground here. RNG, in they go. Kataomi, he's in, but the Aeon Disc is going to save X-Nova. He'll be back out of there. That Ghost, he's the one to move in. They found Pure on the Lycan. Pure's in trouble and he's gone. At least the first time. That's just the age, the tree volley. He's going to fly in, but Pure casually walk out as they do Cyclone up the TB once again. Ghost cannot get to work, but now they found at least Fishman on the AA. Ghost forced the BKB up, but is going to be just fine to take the AA down. And they hold on to the top racks. This is quite literally defense of the... This is what defense of the Ancients is, John. They are defending.
Yeah, but we're not even at the Ancient. We're still at the racks. Like, they still hold on to the racks, and it's Entity who's at least a lane and a half behind. But they've got the 35k lead.
Really what? How do we translate X-Nova here into a pos one? But never mind. Toby, in a danger. RNG trying to move in into that mid lane. There's two big targets. If they can make the jump, Somnus is there with the Scythe device to get started. Pit of Malice, Ghost trying to move in with the tree volley damage. You've got to be wary, but he has the Sunder. He'll reset. Back in onto the Visage they go. Stormstormer is going to be able to back his way out. Now without the BKB Ghost, he's going to be so careful. It's in the backside. Chalice is gone on the Underlord. Kaka, he'll go for a Fisher to try and hold them back, but they can't control this Tiny. He's in that wolf form. In goes Pure as well. The Echo Slam, it literally does no damage.
That's a big win for Entity. They managed to force the buyback out from Chalice, take the dieback out.
RNG still doing a fantastic job of defending in this game. Bot lane, Toby, gonna get spotted out though. Kaka, he's the one getting jumped here on the Earthshaker, but he does have the Aeon Disc. Meanwhile, from the backside, Kataomi, he's got that tree volley in X-Nova. He's gonna go down, but the immediate buyback is there as Ghost now. Man's up against Pure. It's a lot of damage onto that Lycan, but he backs his way out as now the Hex is out. Ghost is in big trouble. The Ice Blast will connect and he is gone, but he does have buyback.
They've still got the options here on RNG. Not gonna immediately pop that buyback. Entity, this is their opening. They need to find something off the back of this. Start to rip into the high ground. As we approach the 90-minute mark here. Onto the high ground they go.
There you go once again. Divine Rapier now combined by our TB. Dagons are out by our AA. Everyone's just buying out as much as they can. Tier 3 tower. Siege. Somnus trying to defend by himself. Entity just understanding the buyback is available for Ghost. Do not want to throw a team fight back the way of RNG, but they are going to pop that wolf form again on Pure and just trying to get the job done. Somnus, he'll get hexed up. There's a tree volley on X-Nova, but he's barely going to survive the Ice Blast. Might connect, but it shouldn't be enough damage, and it won't. Entity still just focusing down the bot lane of Barracks. The Pit of Malice will lock them down, just taking down all the familiars. Somnus moving in with more stuns available. Stormstormer. Again, gonna back off. That is a big splitter.
It really is. And
here we go again. That's a big Fisher. They're not done yet, Entity. They're gonna keep trying. Hex is out. Kataomi just gonna slowly walk his way out. More stuns are just perma-stunning Toby here in this bottom lane. There's nothing he can do about it. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're onto Chalice now. They've got the Underlord, but he's got a BKB available. He's going to be just fine as the gaze now X-Nova. Look at that range onto Toby. But the Aeon Disc, it's going to save the day once again as Ghost. He does move in with the Terror Wave, but it's not going to matter. They just don't have the lockdown.
No, they don't have the lockdown, but Entity can't clear out the racks or make a path for themselves onto the tier 4s. They do have Roshan up. They've got the double damage scouted out here. They've got the blessing into the Rosh. Hanito smoked up, close by.
They're going to try. They don't want to let this Roshan go down. Toby and Pure. Round.
Oh no, they're ending. They're ending.
Oh, they are ending.
Oh,
They're going
let's
for
go.
the Ancient.
RNG, are they gonna get away with it?
They go. RNG, can they get it done? The glyph is there. They are moving back to rotate back in. This could be the play of the century as RNG. They're trying. X-Nova in big trouble. They're pure. Should drop. Meanwhile, Somnus still going.
force.
In the meantime, Ghost, he's had enough. He's popping his BKBs right up to the Ancient. He goes.
No, he
gonna
couldn't
drop. Oh, he's
sunder.
gone.
He couldn't sunder.
Oh, he couldn't sunder. They are not going to be able to end.
Oh
What
my
in the hell am I
God.
watching?
That's what you want to see. You take the risk, you try to go in. I mean, tier 4s are down. They're playing defense of the Ancients now on Entity's end. They're hitting as hard. Haven't managed to hold on to the buyback, though, throughout this entire time.
Back into the bot racks they go, Entity. And they are really trying to get this Rax finally down, but Ghost has respawned. They do at least find the range Rax.
Death?
Ghost has boarded Death on. They're going.
Oh,
they're going for the
again.
Dire Angel once again. In come the
backdoor.
rotations. They're going to try, but Ghost, he's got the Terror Wave. They're just going to man up through this. The Echo Slam being committed. RNG, have they gone too far? Or are they going to be able
Ghost?
to make it? It doesn't seem like it. They are going to drop. Once again, they will go down. They've got buybacks available, though.
Oh
This
my
game
God.
is not over yet.
And that brings them nowhere closer to ending this game just yet.
Kataomi is in that wolf form once again, John. They are not done. Back towards that bot racks they go. They want the mega creeps up. Entity, they are going to find it. Kaka, he's in with the Fisher. One lane of barracks now left for Entity to try and aim for, and that's the top side, but they're going for the tier 4 towers. They've had enough of this game. They're onto the Visage, though. They could have him. Stormstormer, he's in big trouble. Somnus will keep moving forward. Stormstormer, though, he does go into that stone form. He'll survive for now as RNG. They will go for a reset, or do they? Backing up to Stormstormer they go. They want the Visage.
Oh.
They've got him down, but he's got buyback. He can rejoin the team fight if necessary.
Kaka could make great word of jumping around with the enchant as well. And no one checked anyway, so if you don't see the Axe Blessing being denied, does it really disappear?
Very good question, John. Bot lane, a great question is, can Somnus survive through this one? For now, at least he can, just trying to walk his way up, but he's surrounded, and once the Ethereal ends, he is down. In goes into the X-Nova. Will try to chase down the Lich. A nice Fisher, though, from Kaka, gonna make sure he's fine. X-Nova, still fine. Pit of Malice is out into the Chain Frost. They just want to make sure Toby can't keep chasing back Toby. Dropping so darn low to this Chain Frost. When does it end? It won't be enough in the end. Toby's gonna be all right.
You've got
Through as well as Entity. Familiars getting the job done. Eventually, that is, though, Ghost trying to slow them down the best he possibly can. Alice out early on.
Racks left.
Indeed, in goes the Tiny, though the Hex is out into the Fisher, and now the Chain Frost. But Kataomi, he does have a BKB up, so he's going to be just fine. Back his way out. On to the top racks they go. They do get Pit of Malice up, just everyone being rooted here by Chalice. Ice Blast is going to fly through onto Ghost, but there's going to be no follow-up. They just want the Megas. Onto Pure, though. He does get caught on the left side. The refresh is there by Somnus, but it leads to nothing. Is now Kataomi. He does move in onto Toby, onto that Brewmaster. Can they take him down? Not quite. Aeon Disc is there once again, though. Toby, he is dropping low now. He might just drop and does, but he's got buyback. And I know Mega Creeps are up. It literally means nothing.
No.
Roughly 101 minutes now, so they should be pretty used to it on the side of RNG. So they are going to move in through the mid lane. See if they can try to force a fight against these Mega Creeps. Rather against the side of Entity with the Megas, and in they go. Ice Blast is there. Chalice going to be targeted. Here comes the Chilling Touch. It's a lot of damage, but Chalice, he does have the Crimson Guard to protect us now. They move in onto Somnus, but the Terror Wave goes to Zaun. Onto Kataomi. He'll try to focus him down, but the Wolf Form allows him to get away, as it seems like they need to try and reset. RNG, it's not the fight they wanted. They just can't lock them down long enough. In goes Pure, though, onto X-Nova. The Fisher was not there in time to block him off. X-Nova still actually being left alone here by Pure. Instead, he sees Chalice on the Underlord. He'll Abyssal Blade him up. Chalice in huge trouble, should drop surely. Eventually, as he is surrounded and will go down. No buyback available on the Underlord. It's X-Nova. He's going to go down to the Ice Blast of Fishman. We'll buy back immediately. Chalice, he needs another minute to be able to buy back into this game.
Guess what?
Roshan's up.
Yeah, with a double damage rune as well. On to the next Rosh. Entity goes. And RNG, I mean, their backs. Their backs have been 9th, 10th, I don't know.
It literally says 8th Roshan.
Okay, I'm just very simple.
You can't read either,
I
huh,
can't
John?
read either. 8th Roshan melting. Probably just deny the Axe Blessing once more. Smoke out and Entity look to make this game end. 102 minutes in, RNG. I mean, they've been holding for such a long time. They've been able to just play their hearts out, but it's so tough with how well Entity's scaling. Even just the damage from Fishman, it's no joke.
No, it certainly is not. See the Axe Blessing getting denied off once again there by Toby. He just does not like them being left alone. 60 seconds without Chalice, but buyback up in 3 seconds. So it's not really too big of an issue here for RNG. But they are up against the Aegis, they're up against the Cheese, they're up against the Refresher Shard, so it's not that easy as Chalice immediately, no hesitation, will pop buyback. Not messing around, doesn't want to lose these tier 4 towers. The creeps are pushing in. Entity, again, I mean, they've been patient for 2 hours now. They may as well keep being a little bit more patient as Kataomi, Wolfform is there. Double damage rune, Avalanche tossback. They've got a big target on Chalice. They'd love a dieback right now. Ghost, he's going to try and jump in and save the day. Refresh is out. Terror Wave is out as well. Toby, he's the one to drop.
Dieback.
No buyback available. That was a dieback on the Brewmaster. Can they find more? It seems like for now they're going to hold because the creeps are moving into the base.
They don't have tier 4s to rip through here, Mike.
Yeah.
The Ancient is exposed.
It certainly is.
So they just need to keep that creep wave alive somehow.
It certainly is, and they've got the Fiend's Gate available if they wanted to try and abuse it. Taka going for a Fisher, gonna miss. Somnus, he's right in as well. In fact, it's Ghost that we need to watch right now on this TPs. They've got the AA down. That's 2 Divines in the deck. Is this the turning point now? As they found another, it's gonna be the Aegis down on the Visage. He'll respawn very, very soon. Toby, he's still got no buyback. They're back onto Stormer. They might just have him, and it seems like they do. He is gonna drop, but he does have buyback.
Ah, this is just
They're
rough.
still going. Fishman, he's going to drop a second time, but Pure, he's going to be right to back his way out as Kataomi now getting caught out on the Tiny. He might drop to boot, and he does. Pure, he does move back in. Chalice is going to drop. That's 2 down with that buyback for the side of RNG. How do they do it now?
Well, I mean, their tier 4s are going to be under siege. Someone's got to go back and hold. None of their creep waves are shoved out. It's back to just having these mega creeps up, and we are now in the longest main stage game in TI history. Cooldown. And despite that win, because of the mega creeps, RNG are still stuck here. So they're gonna need to repeat that process again, Mike.
Here we go.
They need to knock him out one more time for shoving away.
They've got Ghost with a toss back. The TB Abyssal Blade is out. He's gonna go down. He's got buyback. He'll commit immediately. It's gonna be a 4v3 situation. RNG are in trouble as Somnus dropping low, pops the Bloodstone, tries to run, but it is not gonna make it out. He'll buy back as well. This could be the opening though. Entity needed as they can go onto those tier 4 towers. They've got the mega creeps incoming. Ghost, he's gonna find a way to fight. Kaka, he's in with the Echo Slam, and the Fisher locks them down. Terror Wave out with the Wolf form. It allows them to just keep running as Kataomi still trying to fight back. Stormer, Tree Volley, everything thrown at Ghost, but it's gonna be enough. The dieback is there. RNG are in huge trouble now. It's a 2v4 situation. Surely there is no way to defend this. Though Somnus, he'll try one last time, but it's over. Or is it? They paused the game at a very awkward time. Fisher's out. It's all over though. The Mega surrounding the Ancient. GG is caught eventually. Entity barely managed to do it. 107 minutes in. I don't know what else to say here, John.